Yes, Big Chief. Welcome to a wrap-up of Round 8 in Pro D2. And let's begin with our live game this week. It was Valence hosting Agen, 4th versus 3rd. And it was the visitors who struck first. Skipper William de Mott using his giant frame to power over and silence the crowd. Valence struck back immediately, but they lost number 8 Matthew Vachon on 12 minutes after a high tackle. Reviewed by the TMO. And it was deemed by the referee that tackle was worthy of an orange card. But even a man down, Valence took a grip. Agen's scrum was on roller skates and Loan Real got to the line. And with that forward platform, the home side's backline could get in on the act themselves, with former Cardiff man Owen Lane getting his second try of the season. And the result was beyond doubt when hooker Dorian Marco Pena went in for his hat-trick try. And he took over as the league's top try scorer, at least for Thursday night. Lucas Mire bossed it from fly half with 21 points on his own, and the Valence fly half created try number 7 for replacement Thomas Luzero. Heavy win for Valence, 56-17. Valence Roman up to 3rd. That was 3rd versus 4th. In Colomiers, it was 1st versus 2nd as Van arrived in the Toulouse suburbs. Van's defence has looked solid this season, but some offloads and a little bit of footwork from Rodrigo Marta saw him combine with the other winger, Anazelo Tuitavuki, got the first score on 8 minutes. Van travelled with a full bore side and hit back through scrum half Michael Ruru. And then Van took the lead. Dave Cherry on the charge from a tap penalty 5 metres out. And Big Joe Edwards followed up. But there was time left in the first half for an instant reaction. Luca Plantere with a finish, meaning the lead changed hands for a 4th time. And it was very tight and tense in the second period. And the lead would change hands once more, with the maul softening up Colomiers' defences. Already with 1 try to his name, it was scrum half Michael Ruru who nipped in for number 2. One last defensive stand for Van was enough for them to go top, sealing the win, 22 points to 17 away from home. Brive had been battered last week by Agen and would have been confident on getting back on the horse against Angoulême, a side that hadn't picked up a single point away from home and were on a 4-game losing streak. A Brive penalty broke the deadlock, but moments later, Angoulême got possession from a bomb and Baptiste Escoffre was on the end of a class finish. Brive would have felt like they'd weathered the storm when they levelled things up on 11 minutes. Slick hands from right to left. And a nice step as well from Thomas Zenon for a try on his first appearance of the season. Jamie Shilcock penalties gave Brive a cushion until a nudge through from Ben Botica did more than tidy up a loose pass. It set up Ledau for his first try in 14 months. And then a crucial moment early in the second half. Replacement George Tilsley fizzing a pass to the left wing Nathan Farissier, who got the ball down in the corner. Brive look a shadow of themselves just now, and we're all out of ideas as Angoulême took a rare victory away from the Stade Amadi Domenech. And you can see what it meant to them. A disappointing start to the season, but in round 8, a fine win. 16-25 the final score. Two more of the pre-season favourites met as Oyonnax took on Provence under the lights. And with practically the first play of the match, defence turned into attack. Setereki Bituniata going the length for a dream start. And that dream start got even better moments later. Bituniata involved again, a box kick tapped back by Oyonnax, meaning the Provence winger was onside and could volleyball it to Joris Cazenave, who still had lots to do and finished brilliantly. It was a game of slightly bizarre tries. Oyonnax dropping the ball, but backwards, before a bit of pinball landed in the lap of Karim Kadiri for his second in as many games. And then this is the sort of moment Uzair Kassiem was signed for. The talismanic number 8 took control of the contest, muscling over from a few metres out. It was a 2-point game into the final 10 minutes when Oyo earned a penalty. And a 5-point cushion was enough. Also giving Provence at least a losing bonus point for their troubles, but a crucial and only a third win of the season for Oyonnax. Dax versus Béziers now. Dax rock bottom with only one win all season, but Béziers, to put it mildly, not very good on the road. And in the early exchanges, confidence for the home side was built. Jope Nazira in on the right corner. And with that confidence came some game-busting offloads which took Dax 3 scores clear. Scrum half Sylvain Rateau finishing try number 2 under the sticks. And that was the tone for the evening. Good play, but tries too easily let in. Celebration with some acrobatics from Maxime Altman. And Dax even had dominance up front. Paul Arnaud Osset finishing this power play from the pack. This one was a beatdown, 40 points to 5. Grenoble have struggled on and off the field. There's been a little bit of drama going on behind the scenes and 3 straight defeats in Pro D2, but they were home to League newbies Carcassonne at the Stade des Alpes. And Zach Gauthier was at the back of an early driving maul. Portuguese wing Rafael Costa Storti, he scored his first Grenoble try. He holds the record for the most tries in a single season in Pro D2, but hadn't chalked one up in his 2 appearances for his new club so far. And he was off his wing for number 2 on the half-hour mark. Looping round and taking the short shoulder ball to again go under the sticks. And he completed his hat-trick 3 minutes later. Much simpler finish, and Grenoble were cutting loose. With the game wrapped up, it got quite scrappy in the second period. Hugo Triou scoring their 8th and final try to seal a big win. And a much more Grenoble-like performance as well, 57-12. So Mont-de-Marsan will be looking over their shoulder at Dax below them unless they could get a result at Biarritz. But the chances of that happening weren't helped by this quick line-out, which ended up landing in the lap of Dorian Laborde, who streaked in. There was absolutely no luck in this Laborde try, however. Taking a kick in full flow and then gathering his own nudge to give Biarritz some daylight. And the final quarter belonged to the home side. Englishman Zach Kibarigi found by Thomas Golagare to all but seal the win. Biarritz got the full 5 points as well. Baptiste Farisco getting on the end of a kick pass to seal a 35-13 win at the Parc des Sports Aguilera. And to complete the wrap-up, Nevers hosted Aurillac, where again the tone was set early. Fullback Perry Mayo with his 5th try in his 6th appearance. And then Mayo made it 2 with a long-range effort. Aurillac will question their defence, but there is absolutely no doubt about Perry Mayo's pace and power. It was one-way traffic in the first half, really. And a clever move from a line-out saw Jules Rosette in the left-hand corner. And then the league's top try scorer bagged number 7 for him and number 8 for his team on the night. Perry Mayo is on fire this season. Nevers sticking 62 points on Aurillac in a dominant win. Some big scores then in round 8. 3 teams chalking up a half century. Angoulême, though, their result in Brive, the pick of the performances in round 8. What is going on at the home of one of the favourites? Some questions will be asked about Brive. But at the bottom of the table, Dax closed the gap to Mont-de-Marsan and Carcassonne with their win. Mid-table is congested Oyonnax moving in the right direction and a new leader of the pack when we look at the top of Pro D2. Van beating Colomiers and Valence beating Agen, giving us a fresh 1-2-3. And we are in Johnny May and Richie Arnold's Angoulême this week. They host Grenoble. Both sides have had a confidence-boosting win. How will round 9 go down? Find out Thursday evening, 8 p.m. kickoff UK and Ireland time.